So I have no clue who Usosirius is. Never heard of them. Never seen their content. But after the comments that I've read from them, I 110% will never watch anything from them. They made some vile comments, and I found this article. It's titled, Twitch streamer Usosirius makes vile comments about Nashville school shooting. I hope it was Republicans that lost their lives. Now, I don't care if you're right or left, whatever, political affiliation you stand for. The bottom line when it comes to a tragedy like Nashville is that innocent lives were lost that shouldn't have been lost. Thankfully, the situation ended quickly. Thankfully, there was less casualties than, like Uvalde, which is actually down the road from San Antonio. But bottom line is to spit this much vitriol towards people in wake of a tragedy and say something like that is disgusting in my book. And I will never support Usosirius. Not that he probably needs it or cares or even knows who I am, but the fact that there's people that are this vile and this toxic in light of a situation like this disgusts me to no end. So I'm going to take a look at this article. You're going to see some screenshots that were archived that this guy said, because this is just the start of it. This touches on briefly on the school shooting that happened with Audrey Hale and, the whole situation and everything that happens. But this individual right here, Usosirius, said some stuff on Twitter. I don't know if they're still there or not, but thankfully they've been archived so this guy could never hide from his comments again. But you can see right here, I hope it was Republicans that lost their lives. One good thing about gun violence is occasionally wipes out full Republican families in one fell swoop. I would like to thank congressional Republicans and the NRA. What a disgusting piece of crap. And that's why I often have a problem with the tolerant side of things, because they're the ones that spit disgusting and personal and vile and ugly, evil fucking things on people. There's no rationale when it comes to people like this guy, especially in the face of some kind of tragic piece of fucking filth going and killing innocent lives, and to laugh about it and to make stuff about people and say that you hope that it's Republican families. You want children of Republicans to be dead because you don't agree with whatever difference of political affiliation they might have because you're a fucking piece of shit. Continuing on, you can see their bio didn't let up once it caught attention, and they wrote this right here. Good. Be hurt by this tweet, you worthless cucks, because tweeting about it will make all the difference. Y'all are pathetic. Me, I'm serene, living my life, not getting shot by angry people with assault weapons. Republicans can't even protect their own kids in schools. So fucking pathetic. And that's the problem, is his straw man argument that he's doing right here has nothing to do with anything. It has nothing to do with the safety of families, of innocent children. This is the type of person that always makes it about politics and political fucking nonsense. This is the type of person that will be like, I don't care to hear about other opposing political sides, but they will still attack the opposite people just because they're different. And they go on this whole soapbox. This guy looks like trash with what he's typing here. And again, I can't believe this guy could have any sort of following of any sort after acting like this. And anybody applauding this is just as pathetic. So you can see he did have some replies. And you can see right here, there are some sick people on this platform. Philip Holloway replied to him, calling him sick. And he goes, nah, not sick for exclaiming that I don't want Dems to die anymore because of Nazi Republican policies. I say my rage and indifference fits opposite of the MAGA Nazis. And he's over here calling Republicans Nazis, their policies and laws, and he's just losing it. You can see this guy Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupus says, this person is happy 3 little kids got killed. And he goes, nah, I just prefer them to be Republican kids since you guys don't care about guns being out on the street. If Republicans did care, they would have policies and laws that prevent these things from happening. But since Nazi Republicans want to make sure that women are forced to have children and put these children in the schools, where would they be shot 7 years later? What's exactly the point? So now he's projecting other things. So he's saying women are forced to have children. They're not. You don't have to have sex if you don't fucking want to. You don't have to have childbirth if you don't want to. And obviously he's over here crying about anti-abortion stuff, more likely, which there's still contraceptives, there's still birth control, there's still other methods of not having children. Nobody's being forced. Okay, this is the fucking narrative that people like this piece of shit like to promote. And on top of that, you can't prevent violence. You cannot, because even if you were to ban stuff and all that, which I'm firmly against, I'm 100% for Second Amendment. The government should not try to take anything from us. All right? And I know this is political heavy, and I don't care. I do not give a fuck if somebody's like, oh, this is about games. No, guess what? This is my channel. I could fucking sit here and fart on camera for a full fucking hour if I wanted to, because it's my platform. It's my fucking channel. Bad people are going to do bad things, whether there's laws to prevent them or not. All right? There's a lot of fucking sickos in this world. A lot of people that don't give a shit. And guess what? A lot of them hold the same train of thought that Usosirius has, where they hate Republicans just because they're Republicans, or they hate conservatives, or they hate people just because they're white. So they do stupid shit. They blame this fucking everything that oppresses them against white conservatives. Even if these people were innocent, did any of those people in Nashville directly do anything to Audrey? No. Innocent lives. To go on Twitter and post disgusting bullshit like this is fucking, it's bad. And I feel not enough people are calling this person out. It's ridiculous. You know, and then they're calling out the doctor. This cunt is a little psychological worrisome, like most conservative Nazis. She's obsessed with drag queens and gay people. This guy is off his record. You could see he's off his record. I was stating an opinion, one that many don't agree with. Okay, you can have your opinion, but you're still disgusting with it. To say I'm miserable is just incorrect. I wish the shootings would stop, but since all these people think tweeting and doxing is a much better solution than actually dealing with the problem, well, that's just a shame. There's sadness and anger. Sad because kids around the country have to do shooting drills and ask their parents if they think they'll be shot when they go to school. If you people actually put in the effort and time you all took to go after me today, perhaps those kids would still be alive and Democrats wouldn't be demanding bans. All straw man arguments on his side, on his meltdown. But we all know the industry and they want money, and people not buying their products, which I'm talking to guns, would not be good for business. And I read articles to get different viewpoints. True, I stay away from conservative media because they're quite the fascists now, but trust me when I say I love reading and comparing articles on subjects. This guy is vile. Very fucking vile. You could see lots of people responding to him, but not enough people making videos about this. I'm honestly surprised. Oh, he got suspended. There we go. Nice. So good. I'm fucking glad. I'm looking at this for the first time. So Usosirius's account is suspended, but his Twitch account is still active, seemingly affiliated. So I'm not sure if Twitch does have a off-platform behavior tool, but if they are, do not be surprised that this will not bite him back in the ass for saying such. People always want to label people as hateful and crap, and then when the side of tolerance post stuff, they look away from it because it's not hateful as long as it's attacking right-wing conservatives. That's the fucking problem. And I saw this and I was like, man, I just have to fucking talk about this because it touches base on the last video I did with Turfenstein 3D, which was that video game where you're killing gender fascists and all this. and people look away the other side. You know, Doom will get blamed for violence, but not Turfenstein. Yeah, granted, one is Doom and it's a huge successful franchise, but if you're gonna you know, place blame and a label on one side of things, why aren't people putting blame and label on, you know, people like Usosirius for statements that they do? That's the fucking problem that I have.